There came a time in my career when I was grateful to be positioned to sell my engineering services independent of a parent company, and I want more engineers to have that freedom. Now, you don't need a PE license to do this, but you do if you want to sell engineering services. You could sell without a license machine design services or problem-solving services, but engineering is a protected title in most states and provinces. So here's a control block diagram of my business model. We will review 3 things today: how the business model works, we'll run through a Homestead analogy, and then we'll go through a numerical example. So first, how does it work? An initial input, capacity, that's time, money, energy, or some function of all 3. It's the currency that you're dealing in, drains into administration. And this is overhead like website, insurance, software, staffing fees, taxes, licensing, that kind of thing. Think of this capacity like water flowing through a hydraulic circuit or current flowing through an electrical circuit. Through each of these summation points, the outputs equal the sum of the inputs. This capacity also drains into investment expenses like research and development, and value-added expenses like prospecting and marketing. This is also where you would put advertising if that were part of your business model. In the consulting world, prospecting is securing sales by targeting specific customers, while marketing is cultivating a community, and advertising is just publishing to the great masses. Think billboards and truck stickers. In this control block diagram, these blocks are called transfer functions or controllers. They're dials that we can turn. In my business model, marketing and prospecting are mutualistically operated through a turning maneuver, such that an increasing share of the market is brought into my prospective community. In other words, I'm hoping to help construct a bridge for engineers who are ready to turn toward appropriate regional technologies for their neighbors in their own communities. We are facing a brain drain as engineers emigrate away from their local hometowns and neighborhoods. You know, half of engineers work for only 1% of the engineering firms. And this results in a deficiency in affordable engineering support for the hometown small farmers, small businesses, mom and pop shops, individuals, and community organizations. And so fighting that is, after providing for my family, the whole point of my work. All right, so the fruits of your labor that were invested in marketing and prospecting may result in gross revenue that is circulated back as capacity for the next iteration. Now, let's consider that homestead analogy. Admin is your homestead upkeep. Do the dishes, mend the fence, that kind of thing. While marketing is like farming. The return on investment is not immediate, but with care and cultivation, one day it may reward you with produce. For me, marketing is primarily local networking, but also content marketing like these YouTube videos. And prospecting is like hunting. In one shot, you can drag home a feast immediately. For me, this is surgically targeting specific customers in order to offer contracting and consulting engineering services customized just for them. And research and development is sitting back in the quiet study of your homestead, where you are investing and developing in the wisdom and the knowledge of your field. For me, this is looking ahead to what I think people will need in the future, not what they want right now. And finally, let's look at that numerical example. Let's say you put in an initial 100 units of capacity. Assume admin drains a flat 25 for overhead. Now, quick note, admin as well as R&D really drain back into the initial summation point as negatives, but I'm just leaving them hanging for simplicity, ignoring the potential for debt in this example. And assume you invest 5 into R&D. Let's assume marketing returns 10 and the rest drains into a 1-to-1 investment. Maybe prospecting returns a 58% margin. Now, that's a really good margin that I'm exaggerating, so we can review this with fewer iterations. And as you grow, you can invest more into R&D, and after a while, hopefully, marketing begins to offer a return. And maybe your capacity will have grown, and you can do even more good work for the land and for the community.